So, here we go.
He was filled with childish frustrations and complexes. The police were searching for James Thomas.
Hello. This is Midnight Movie Gang. You're listening to it's 8 p.m. Night Movie Gang, and I'm LC, and I'm here with my buddy Joseph. Say hi, Joseph.
Hi, Joseph.
Hi. Looks like we're feeling loopy tonight with this one, Looper.
Man, this movie got me loopy as hell.
This episode is technically going to be released as episode 102. It's crazy thing about, but like it's our first episode we recorded since the 100th anniversary, because we recorded episode 101, the Zerum episode, before that 100th episode. Yeah. I said 100th anniversary. You have 100 years of Midnight Movie Gang. But for folks at home, if this is your first time tuning into Midnight Movie Gang, this is a show where we typically talk about horror, sci-fi, cult classics, like the lesser known kind of vibes. Like this movie is definitely the kind of case of like you know, I was scrolling on Tubi the other day, and I was just looking at like the crazy catalog of Tubi. You know what's the craziest thing about Tubi?
What?
Is that like all of the ads, but all of the main feed, there is no chill between like what they're gonna have next to each other.
Yeah.
Like they will have something like Looper, and then they'll have something like the 2003 like Barney the Egg movie or whatever.
They don't care. It's in some weird esoteric order that only they understand.
Yeah, and I feel like this movie definitely falls into the category of like you're just chill. It's 1 a.m. like you're just trying to like fucking brain rot on the couch. You're scrolling through Tubi, and then you're like, oh yeah, Looper. I remember when that came out. Because what I want to say about Looper, kind of going in, or something I want to preface it with a little bit, is that I remember when this movie came out and motherfuckers were talking about it.
Oh really?
Like it was this movie was hot in 2012. Like I was following all the movie reviewer guys. They were all liking it. I remember a lot of my I don't remember if I went and saw this. I remember 2012. I was 14. I think I saw this in theaters, and I was a movie that like I was hearing a lot about, even if I didn't like see it right away. And then when I saw it, like, you know, like when I definitely saw, like when it came out, I owned it on DVD pretty quick. Which for this review I upgraded to the Blu-ray.
Oh yeah.
Get that HD.
The blooper ray.
The bloop.
I don't know if that works.
Blooper. That's like the Smurf version of blooper or something.
Sounds gross.
But no, blooper is like a
Mario enemy.
It's like we gotta beat the blooper. No, it's like a Looper parody. It's like all gags. Like he's going back in time to tickle himself.
That's the vampires suck version of the
that came out.
The tickle himself. That's
yeah,
the Meet the Spartans version of this movie. That if this movie had been like huge.
Yeah, but another thing with it though is that I remember people are watching it. So off of a budget, 30 million. Oh damn, that's pretty impressive. 30 off a budget of 30 million, it made 176.5 million. Nice. So it was a success. People
surprised there wasn't a sequel.
People saw it. I feel like it doesn't really lead itself open to a sequel. Maybe a spinoff.
Yeah, it would be I think it would be like the same concept with different characters and way lower budget. If it was like if it was the mid 2000s, that's what would happen.
We could have had a Looper, like the 6-part Netflix animated series.
Yeah,
is definitely they get Joseph Gordon-Levitt to come back to voice Joe.
I don't think I could handle that.
But fucking but the thing is though is that this movie, funnily enough, like when I was looking into after I rewatched it, you know, after I rewatched stuff for the show, I usually like, look up video essays and like kind of modern critiques on it to kind of like see different perspectives, and there isn't really a whole lot of modern insight and analysis into this movie.
Its time, and now that time is over. Ironically.
The most new review I found was like 6 years old. It did. It like Looper itself, it has faded itself away, but it closed the loop. But this movie still has a cult following. It's a movie that I already kind of talked a little bit about my history with it. Like I said, saw it in high school, is one I was really looking forward to. At the time. You know what's funny? This rewatch really enlightened me to a lot of things of like, oh, I understand so much more why I like this. Just as far as like, because I've seen, since seeing this movie, I've seen a lot more like the crime and gangster movies that have inspired this movie. to where it's like, oh, okay, like I like it because like I like I why I was so into it was the same reason I'm into like Goodfellas and shit, and like all these other kind of crime films. But yeah, no, that was my history with it. What did you you hadn't seen it until now? What'd you know about it? What's your history with it?
I pretty much just heard it as a punchline, I think, mostly. Like I didn't know anything about it. I knew that one shot that shot of the looper doing the looper thing where the guy spawns in front of him and he shoots him.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that and thinking it was like some big spoiler, but it's literally the first
It's the opening
act,
of the movie.
They show it like 40 times.
You see him doing his job.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it, and except that you liked it. And I think it's pretty good. Sorry.
Yeah, but you had but I feel a butt coming on.
No, just a sneeze.
Oh,
it's pretty good.
Your finger
it's
up,
pretty
so.
good. Any issues that I have with it are pretty minor, but we'll get into it.
Yeah, I think that upon this viewing, how do I put it? Without talking spoilers yet, because this conversation is is going to be mostly spoilers because like, how do I put it? First off, the movie is 13 years
travel,
old.
So
it's about time travel, but not only that though is that so this movie, and it's funny that I didn't forget about it, but it's always like halfway through this movie, it becomes not a different movie. It's kind of like the first half of this movie is Looper 1.
Yeah.
And then the second half is Looper 2, which goes in like a very different direction, or like
that's being, I mean, I think that's being conservative. I think that this movie turns into a different movie like every like 20 minutes or so until we get to a certain location, and we kind of just stick there for a good chunk until the end.
Yeah, it's kind of like the first half of this movie is all set up to start this, to kind of support this one plot line that's introduced very late in the film, and then the movie is about that thing.
And I'd say that I found that the biggest critique that I can have for the movie is that the setup for this story for me was way more interesting than the story itself. I agree.
Yeah, I think the setup was much stronger. But it's tough. It's tough because like I really want to rip into the spoiler. But basically, people going into it,
go see it. It's good. And then come back.
Go see it. It's still a good movie. Yeah. And the movie does not get bad after this new thing, it just gets different. Yeah, I think, and whether or not you kind of like one part more or less, I think is more dependent on what you bring into it. I think that you and me, like going into a movie like this, is like, yes, I'm here for like the reverse Terminator, like time traveling gangster movie. No, exactly. The movie that the trailer is selling. And that movie is here, but it is also mixed with a big something else that is not that I don't think they set it up.
It just feels like it has not a whole lot to do with the concept.
The way I kind of think about it is that this Looper kind of feels like a spin-off movie of another movie. You know what I mean? Like it is like this takes place in the world of this other franchise.
It feels like Rian Johnson had two sci-fi ideas, and he was like, "Fuck it, I'm only making one movie." So he just
they're only giving me the money for one movie.
He was like, "I put this less interesting idea and the more interesting idea, so now there's two ideas."
I think a part of it though is that the second idea that we're really beating around. We're gonna folks just watch the movie. It's a good movie. It's even with the part is. That we're talking about is not bad. I think it's executed well, but like, just watch the movie. We're gonna be talking spoilers now. Go see Loop. Wait, what's it on? Is it on Tubi?
It on YouTube, like I have to do.
Is it on Loopy? I just typed in Loopy. I got it Loopy. I got it on Blu-ray. You can get it with your Stars subscription,
which I know you all have.
Yeah. But yeah, go rent it. Go find it. It's not rare on physical media at all. Like you can pick. I think they still syndicate like in Walmart. Yeah, I think it's still a Walmart DVD you will see.
Oh yeah,
like every once in a while.
Looper DVD.
Yeah, it's out there in the world. It's not hard to get your hands on. But yeah, so point is, like I said before we started, it becomes an Akira.
Yep.
So the second half of this movie, like, folks at home, like, either you haven't seen it or you already have, like, focuses on, like, this kid with super telekinetic powers, and it kind of becomes like what the movie is focused on. And it does have to do with, like, the Looper plot, but it is a thing where it's like, every time I watch this movie, I forget how big of a part it is. You know,
it's like what I always say with Androids and Alien. It's like, oh, this movie is also about telekinesis, in a sense that it's about telekinesis in a sense that they kind of set it up in the first act, and they don't really do anything with it.
It's just kind of there in the background.
Some people in this world like have a X-Men mutation where they
10% of the human population
have developed telekinesis, but all anyone can really do is just like lift quarters and like lighters and shit.
It's really weak in people.
So it's like why
maybe in a few thousand years of evolution.
So you hear that and you're like, okay, what point is that gonna have, like, plot relevance wise? Because it's pretty, like, it points out that it's like a useless thing. And they don't. The only reason it's in the movie is to have an Akira at the end.
Yeah. I want the cross Sid versus who would win the fight. Tetsuo would whoop Sid's ass.
Sid, given a little more time to mature, I think might explode Tetsuo, but I'd watch it.
Sid grown up maybe. Sid grown up would definitely beat, like, Andrew from Chronicle. But maybe none of them would be 11 because 11 has plot armor. I want an Akira, all the Akiras to fight Akira battle royale.
Angry superpower children.
Exactly, just to get into a big fight. But we're gonna kind of get into it as we go through the plot a little bit. But I do want to say, as far as, like, so yes, I think that the concept and idea of everything they do with Sid and, like, with the Akira element of this movie, which, like, as far as, like, that's what it is about, I think that the idea is less interesting than the Looper concept, but I still think for the most part it's pretty well executed. Like, and a lot of it I think falls onto this kid, Pierce Gagnon, who plays Sid.
He's great. This little kid.
That is an incredible child performance. He is fucking scary.
He's really funny, and he's really good.
Yeah, he's really funny. The way he talks, like, he sounds like he's like an old, like, what's it called? I'm gonna spoil Dune Messiah for you real quick. There's a character in Dune Messiah who's like a child who has her mind is like she has like an adult's mind, but she's in like a child's body, and people comment on how weird it is to talk to her because she literally just talks like an adult. That's what this fucking kid, like, acts like, because he's got, like, his mind powers.
Like a super genius.
Oh damn, he's 20 years old right now, Pierce Gagnon.
He looks like a baby in this movie.
He is. Well, yeah, because he's 20 years old, so that means in this movie he was 13. So he was 7 when this movie came out.
Wow.
So he was like 6.
Wow. He did a great job.
Yeah, no, it's an incredible young child performance, like, just how young he is. To the point, it's like unsettling. That's like I said, like, I think he does a great job, and I think he's a big element of why it works. Also, the actual, I think also you don't see him he doesn't go full Akira that often.
No.
And when he does, you're like, holy shit. And the first time especially, and it was really cool, like, how when we first see it, they're in, like, a living room and all the furniture flies up, which they did practically, by the way.
Oh, really?
They had all the furniture on, like, hydraulic lines, and, like, the actor too, and I say practically, and all they did was erase the lines.
That's crazy.
But it was like a mechanical thing.
And then they really killed that actor in that scene.
Yeah, and then they actually
exploded him.
Then they blood exploded him, and then they and then they cured him. But yeah, no, just as far as, like, I think it's well done, and we can talk about it a little bit more later. But talking about getting into the plot of the movie,
actual
getting into
concept of looping.
Yeah, into the concept of looping, which so this movie, it's 2044. I think there's, like, a title card that says that at some point. And Joe, played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt in. Oh, let's talk about the makeup real quick. How did you feel about the makeup?
I thought it was really distracting. Like it honestly it puts Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the uncanny valley for me. Like he's so it's his eyebrows, and then like you can see he's got this like rubber chin and fake nose.
Yeah, he does look very uncanny.
I was thinking it was making me laugh because it's like they put all this effort and time into making Joseph Gordon-Levitt, like the makeup to make the actors look alike only goes one way in this movie.
Yeah.
Like they don't do shit to Bruce Willis.
No.
Bruce Willis gets to just be Bruce Willis.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like Joseph Gordon-Levitt even said in his performance that like pretty much he's trying to do a Bruce Willis impression.
And yeah, he's absolutely doing a Bruce Willis impression for the entire movie.
Yeah. And it's a thing where it's like part of me wonders though if so like a big part of why I think the uncanny valley feeling is there though is because we know that we're looking at Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
It's like that's not what you look like.
And we know that's not what he looks like. But here's the thing though, I feel like if you take somebody who doesn't like isn't a movie doesn't know Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who ain't seen Third Rock from the Sun, who hasn't seen Inception, 500 Days of Summer, somebody who is not familiar with Joseph Gordon-Levitt's face and just shows them as like this is an actor, I'd say that like.
I think I would still be like, there's something up with this guy's face.
No, you'd still think he's ugly. I'd just be like, yeah, that's ugly. They found like an ugly guy. To play. I don't think that it would be
makeup.
like,
it is what,
it's high quality makeup, and I think that like it would be convincing as an effect as far as like. Yeah, I can see as somebody with those facial features will turn to Bruce Willis. I think the uncanniness just knows from the fact that like we know what Joseph Gordon-Levitt looks like.
No, there's a lot of the makeup in this movie is like a highlight, and honestly, all the production design is great. Like I really like. I'm really.
The world is super cool.
Yeah, it's not like a super.
It's a very light.
Yeah, it's not like a super stylized future like I'd prefer personally, but that's a way higher budget prospect for something that doesn't really need it. It honestly, this movie, by the end of it, I was like, this movie is really reminding me of Logan. Like this,
there is a lot of Logan.
This movie and Logan like share like the same like visual language. Like they honestly feel like they take place in the same world.
It's a soft, deserty dystopia.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a shitty kind of like.
There's light cyberpunk elements.
Yeah, but it's like it's light enough. It's there, but it's not super there. Like it's like modern cars for the time with like shit stapled to them to look a little more sci-fi.
Exactly, a few more panels like added on.
There's like it reminded. It's like that kind of like near future feel of Logan. Like it's like the same exact idea of the future.
I could definitely see that. Fuck, why didn't Rian Johnson do an X-Men movie? Hold on. He wanted to make an X-Men movie.
That'd be cool.
No, I'm saying based off of this, like off of
it
like
kind of
fuck, he could. Dude, yeah, he could do like Dark Phoenix. That is something I want to talk about a little bit too. Is with Rian Johnson and how like I remember this because this was his third theatrical like movie. And before this he made Brothers Bloom and he made Brick, which Brick and he's saying this and Brick are for the most part are pretty grounded, serious films in the sense where it's like, but when I say that in contrast to like, now he's known for the Knives Out films, which are pretty half comedies.
Yeah.
Like are like kind of goofy Agatha Christie ass, kind of things. And it's funny because like when I watch a new Knives Out, I enjoy the Knives Out movies, but I think back to something like Looper, it's like, man, why doesn't he come back and do something like this?
That's a good point. I mean, I do want him to do more original stuff because he wrote and directed this, and I really like the writing in this movie. Like I like a lot of the character stuff. I think Jeff Daniels' character was really cool. I really like Jeff Daniels in this.
I have a fan theory about him.
Yeah.
Which I guess we can say now. I think him and Kid Blue are the same person. Kid Blue,
that's
the main Gap man keeps fucking up. He shoots himself in the foot. I just wanted you to be proud of me.
Yeah.
I think
there is like there's like a disdain that that like you have for your past self that they really get across.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, man, look at you piece of you piece of shit. Which is exactly how I feel like I would feel about. But here's the thing though, is that's my theory. But literally every time I watch this movie too, I look for some kind of evidence to like fucking do it. Like the main thing I was looking at this time was like I remember Kid Blue he shot his foot and he has a limp.
Yeah.
I'm like, do we ever see Jeff Daniels walk in this movie? Like, every time we see Jeff Daniels, like, is he walking with a limp?
No, I like that.
But,
honestly, it doesn't make sense that they didn't do that.
I mean, there's nothing there's nothing that says it isn't because especially because we don't know Kid Blue's name.
Yeah.
Like he's only referred to as Kid Blue. Like they never call him like I know Jeff Daniels' character has a name, but I remember he's just man from the future, gang boss from the future.
Whatever. I don't remember. He was good.
But
the scene his like big scene is great.
Yeah, I mean, like they have the same eye. Like another thing too is like I feel like they really focused on like Kid Blue and Jeff Daniels. They have these like really intense blue eyes that are like the exact same shade.
He's really trying to like impress him, and he's just really disappointed. But he's not even disappointed. He's just like, yeah, you fucked up again. Just like I knew you would.
I knew you would, or whatever. That's another element too. Is like he was talking as if he so intimately knew this guy. It's like, well, because of the time travel thing, which I want to get into, like the later in the movie when we get to the diner scene where they kind of go into a little bit of the time travel stuff. Like I really like how they kind of went through it, but we'll talk about it later. But like Jeff Daniels would know instantly whatever Kid Blue did, right? So it's like, oh yeah, so he knows that, he's fucking up. But that's nothing. I was always looking for like a little hint, but I can't find like a hint to really confirm that.
I mean, I subscribe to that fan theory. That makes the movie better. So yeah.
Yeah. But no, yeah. So this movie opens. We were saying we see him do his job. It opens with Joseph Gordon-Levitt in a cornfield. He's got a mat out. He's got his future shotgun, which is it's a shotgun skin in Saints Row 4.
Yes, absolutely.
It is. And a man teleports in. I love that the time travel teleport effect is not flashy. It's just like it's a quick little fade. It's a
yeah.
And they're there. So like the man pops in, and then Joseph Gordon-Levitt shoots him, and then we get this narration.
A very necessary narration.
A very necessary, like filling in the gaps narration of Joseph Gordon-Levitt talking with a raspy Bruce Willis voice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a looper. And, in the future. So long story short, with the premise of the movie, which if you're listening,
Pulp Fiction.
You saw me exactly. It's like I was a boxer once. I'm gonna be a boxer in the future. But if you're listening to this and you haven't seen the movie, which if you just like listen to people talk about movies without seeing them, just if you don't know, just so you can follow the essential premise of being a looper. What a looper is in this world is a looper is an assassin who is hired specifically by criminal organizations who in the future, when they need to get rid of a body,
send him back to the past.
Send him back to the past to get killed and disposed of by a looper, because in the future, the way it's explained in the movie, and it's just one line, forensic technology is too good in the future, it's almost impossible to get rid of a body. So sending him back in time to be disposed of in the past is the cleanest way, which, just as far as you could poke holes in like every time travel movie, but like as far as like just for this narrative, that's tight.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I buy
honestly, the movie is desperate for you not to question it. Every step of the way. If any character has questions about it, they're like, no, shut the fuck up. just roll with it.
Yeah, right? No, Jeff Daniels does it too. You have this time travel shit, plus a man running around in the future. This time travel shit fry your brain like
yeah, exactly.
Which is like I said, I really love how we're talking about it now, I guess. That scene when he's talking to Jeff Daniels, and then the diner scene when Bruce Willis is like, it's, how he describes like, my thoughts, like, are there eventualities now? It's like a cloud, like as things become more or less likely, it changes, and like, we're just going to be sitting here talking. So I think the way that I interpret it is like, okay, real life time travel physics is just so complicated that it's worthless trying to talk about.
Yeah.
Is kind of how like I feel about it.
I think that there are like, there's a few pills that are kind of hard for me to swallow in this. Like that's going to be the case for anything time travel. You want to write a story of time travel, there's going to be issues. But I think the biggest there's a mechanic where if
the body,
if your younger self gets injured, a scar will all of a sudden show up on your older self,
which they used to great effect in one particular scene.
To like demonstrate with Paul Dano
Yeah.
Paul
And
Dano
his older
lets
self.
his older self get away, and then to draw his older self back to kill him, they like dismember Paul Dano off screen.
And I love that you don't see it's just removed from like, yeah, I understand the pill swallows where I was like, how would that really work?
It doesn't. Yeah, you would have
it
already
doesn't,
had no foot.
It's a really terrifying, effective scene because
Yeah.
this man is like desperately trying to drive to this location, and like, you know, his fucking fingers are disappearing,
and he's like
and his
like
tongue...
walking on stumps over to the. It is scary and it's effective, but it's just like, how the fuck, how does that work?
Wait a minute.
You wouldn't have had that already? I don't understand. It's like the way time travel works in this is like you change the past, like the past and the future kind of like exist like at the same time
simultaneously. Yeah.
And like nothing is really set in stone. Weirdly, it doesn't make any sense. And the movie knows it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So there's a part where Joseph Gordon-Levitt is like asking his older self like, so like how the fuck does it? And Bruce Willis yells at him, just like, shut the fuck up! It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. No. It's a thing where it's like I said, for me, it's kind of a better version of the Tenet. Don't think about it, feel it.
Yeah.
Thing where it's kind of like, you know, just like, don't worry about it because it's gonna be too. That's the attitude of this movie.
Thriller. Go with it.
That's not what you're here for. You're here just like, look, they ordered the same thing at the diner.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's a movie, all right. So you only gotta deal with it for a couple of hours, okay?
Yeah, just hang with it on this. The movie we see we get the whole thing with loopers. We see the whole process of like they get paid in silver and gold bars, which is a potential prop I was thinking about.
That's interesting.
There's a couple good props in this
there
movie.
Are interesting choices. When I was talking about the production design, there's a lot of interesting choices, specifically like just like with the prop lore, like like their money is gold and silver bars, I guess. That's just what gets sent back, so it's just the money in the future, I guess.
The gat guns are huge.
Yeah,
the giant revolvers.
The loopers get blunderbusses, and the gat men carry these giant. So they look like cowboys, especially like in the future.
Yeah.
There's like this weird like Western element where they have these like big ass revolvers.
I think they're dressed like fucking.
They're just like Blade Runners or like
Amish cowboys.
Yeah.
There's like a bit. Their hats kind of have like a bit of that like kind of curve.
Like specifically the ones that they send out to like kill their men.
To get Bruce Willis.
It gave me like big like Blade Runner vibes. Like they're all wearing like these like long black. It was like Blade Runner meets like Once Upon a Time in the West or something.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's weird, but that's what's cool about sci-fi.
Yeah, no, like it's all this stuff is like really memorable. There's like a little hover bike, like a Star Wars hover bike at one point that's like beat up and shit. And a part of it too is the fact that like, you know, and why, God, I'm gonna mention this a good amount. I was so excited for Last Jedi, man, and a lot of it was this movie because I think that like there's a lot of elements of like, you know, they sell me this heightened world really well, I think. In terms of like the characters are taking it seriously, the stuff is dirty.
Yeah.
Like I think that like there's a good element of like, you know,
it's a gross future. Like it's a dystopia.
Yeah, like it's a light dystopia. Like you can see the opening of the movie. I remember they showed just like all these homeless in the streets and like, you know,
people are just shooting each other and no one cares.
Just shooting each other out and about random and like, you know, everything is just like crime and it's you know. Like Emily Blunt says later in the movie, like living in the city.
Yeah.
So the silver bars. Then really quickly we're introduced. This pretty much this first third is kind of just like a big like explanation of the world. We get told that what's it called part of being a looper. This is a big element of as far as like the catch is, you know, when you sign up to be a looper, you sign to an agreement that 30 years from your start. When they want to end your contract, 30 years from when your contract is over, if you're still alive, they will find you 30 years in the future, and they will send your future self back with gold bars.
Yeah.
And so with a big payday, which you don't see what they look, because the people from the future are bagged with their heads over when they're sent back. So like, you won't know hypothetically that you're killing your future self, but when you see the gold,
after the fact, when you see the payment,
yeah, exactly. And then that is the end of and that's kind of the catch, because in the movie they say, like, the future crime about the Rainmaker Mafia or whatever, like
they're like they're someone in the future is picking off loopers, and it's like, you mean will be picking up? Like, it's not happening yet. It's like it acts like it's almost like Tenet. This is like, there's actually like these two timelines that are just parallel with each other. That's the present and the future. That's how it treats the time travel. I
thought of a bit of it, like, I didn't want. Here's how I kind of think about it. Is I think of the river version of time travel, right? Where it's like, okay, I think that when there's a time travel, right, it's like one river is the main timeline, and in Looper, when there's a time travel, when somebody travels back in time or whatever, it creates a parallel river that's running along the same side, right? And I think the whole thing with it is that, like, the more things you kind of change about the past, like, the more you deviate, the farther away that other river gets. But you can, if you kind of, like, quote unquote follow the rules, if you, like, do the right things, you can get the rivers back on track with each other. Is kind of like how I which, like I said, like, this is us with straws and rivers, and you're talking about, like, this is what the movie wants to avoid.
It's it's fine. It's fun, I think thinking about it, so it's not like it's a critique.
It makes more sense than Tenet. It's less frustrating than Tenet.
Yes, well, it's less it's less serious than Tenet too, I'd say.
I think Ryan Johnson. Where's Ryan Johnson's Tenet?
Good. I like the Tenet we have, to be honest.
Yeah. But what's it called? So the closing your loop is the thing that's happening. And then in this first third we get what's it called? Paul Dano's character, who I think this might have been one of the first things I saw Paul Dano in. Now that I think about it, who shouldn't have been a looper. Clearly, like, why are you trusting this guy with with this?
He's an asshole from the set, from like first frame. He like threatens a dude for getting too close to his bike with his gun.
Yeah. Immediately, I'm like, oh, this guy's just like a schneebeless little asshole dick man. He's gonna die.
But yeah, so he typecast as that, to be honest.
Oh, he's always like a Weasley little, because he looks like it.
You haven't seen There Will Be Blood. That's his best.
No,
that's his best role.
Isn't that like, you were the afterbirth, Eli?
Yeah, pretty much. He plays two twin brothers who are never in the same places once. And he plays two characters, and both are really good. I love that movie.
Yeah. But yeah, so Paul Dano comes to Joe's apartment at night. We see that Joe is like saving up his silver. He's got, like, he's a bit smart, not smarter, but like he's got a plan. Yeah. Joe's got a plan, you know what I mean? He's thinking more about the future than a lot of like the other loopers, kind of deal.
He's still an idiot though, like, in hindsight.
Yeah, I know. If you're a looper, you're still an idiot. Another thing too, that's an important thing. I think there's a lot of they had a lot of like little character things that I think to me felt not Tarantino-ish, but like just a little bit like he's learning French.
Yeah.
Like when the movie starts up, he's listening to a French tape. He's practicing French with the waitress at this diner that he goes to. And I love the scene where Jeff Daniels is like, "You should go to China. I'm from the future. Yeah. I'm going to France," and then he ends up not going.
Go to China.
Him learning French is like a little character detail. But Paul Dano shows up, tells him that, like, my loop got away, and then and then this is where we first hear about the Rainmaker. He tells Joseph Gordon-Levitt, my future me told me that there's this big boss man in the future that's got all the 5 families, all the 5 fucking alien corporations, and is closing all the loops. He's out. He's a big bad guy. It's the first time we hear about the Rainmaker. And then basically he's hiding in Joseph Gordon-Levitt's apartment. The Gatmen show up and take Joseph Gordon-Levitt to go see Joe, or not Joe, Jeff Daniels, who we've already kind of talked about.
I think this is one of my favorite scenes in the movie. I think this dialogue between the two, specifically Jeff Daniels, the way he's written,
he's so great.
He is great, because he's not angry. He's just like, here's how this is gonna play out. Like,
yeah,
I know you. I know, like,
He's late. He's like laid back during the whole scene.
Well, they say this job that they gave him is fucking nothing. Like there's like no responsibility to it. He just has to make sure the money keeps flowing.
Yeah, exactly. He just to make sure everybody's doing their job right. So like he's
always like in like a robe, like a bathrobe.
Yeah, exactly. He's always chilling, no matter what.
He's got like this like ratty beard. He's great. He's retired almost.
He feels kind of like your chill older coworker who you know what it actually is, your manager who's like been with the company forever, who like doesn't give a fuck, like he's got everything clocked in and he just like shoots the shit with you.
Remember Matt?
But then
Matt.
Oh my god, he is.
We used to work with Elsie basically just described a guy we used to work with named Matt.
Yeah, he didn't listen to the show. But yeah, no, the same, just like a really like laid back kind of vibe. But then like when he gets scary, he can be fucking scary because like he doesn't fuck around. He's like, yeah, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna take half your silver and then you're gonna give them to us. He's like, are you gonna kill him? No.
And he's right. He does.
Yeah, and then they get Paul Dano back. We get the scene, like I was saying, really great. I remember it like really. What's it called? Not dismemberment, but the I think it's kind of like a core mutilation, and just like the idea of like somebody else forcibly destroying my body or my mind.
So we
is
see
like really scary to me.
Paul Dano, who looks nothing like Paul Dano, ironically because they put so much effort into the make. Anyway,
they couldn't care about.
They didn't give a shit about Paul Dano. But we see like. I think we described it earlier. He's trying to run away, and he sees like all these new scars pop up. He's like losing fingers, because and his nose.
They're torturing and dismembering Paul Dano off,
and he's just got all these like 30-year-old scars now, which I cannot comprehend how that makes sense. It
doesn't make a lot of sense, but I think like the horror of the scene in the performance too, especially
and it
establishes
when he's like, a mechanic for later in the movie.
Yeah. It comes back, like especially when he's like screaming without a tongue, and he's like, "Please wait!" And it's like, "Oh god, this is horrifying." This really like kind of, but yeah, like when you really think about it, it's like, wait, he would, like he wouldn't be here if, like when you really think about it, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But
they carve be at this address, like at a certain time into his arm, and that comes back in a really interesting way later. Really clever way.
We get a little bit of a montage where Joseph Gordon-Levitt is kind of living up his Looper life. Important a character. Yeah, he's an addict. There's a future eye drop drug. He's a dropper
from the Batman.
He's exactly. He's a drop head. He's getting his drops. Yeah. There's the eye drop drug in the future that he's addicted to. He has his like favorite sex worker. Prostitute that he goes to at this club, that he tells her like, you should come away with me, like once I get my payday.
She's like, I have my own life. How would I do it? And then he feels bad, so he's like, I'm gonna give you half my silver. And she's like,
I never put together before that she is the mom of one of the kids Bruce Willis kills later until this viewing.
Really?
I don't know why I was just dumb.
He felt bad. So Bruce Willis kills kids in this movie, which came out of real left field for me. And honestly, like,
it's dark. I'm excited. Sorry,
I was pretty on the fence as like, is this going to be like some kind of like buddy movie, or is he going to be the antagonist? And then it's like, oh, okay, he's the bad guy.
Yeah, he is straight up the bad guy. He
feels pretty bad about the first kid he kills, but this one he's got a personal connection to, so he's really thinking it through.
We're going to talk more about it later, but I think Bruce Willis is fantastic in this movie.
He's pretty good.
I think, just as far as, like, I think his character's got a lot of layers going on.
Yeah, I think his character's good. Yeah, I think...
But you think his performance leaves a little to be desired?
I think Bruce Willis, for 95% of the movies he's ever been to, has phoned it in. That's my hot take on Bruce Willis. I think he's good in... he was good in...
He wasn't good in Fifth Element and other.
No, I think he was good in Fifth Element. I think he's better in Fifth Element than he is in this. He's good in Pulp Fiction. He's good in.
Is he good in this? Is he good in this movie?
What is that? Oh yeah. He's good in Unbreakable.
I had it on the background the other day while I was editing.
I think post year 2000, And then of course now he's got he's got
dementia,
mental decline, but
from time travel sickness, time travel brain cloud disease. He was looping back. He was topping back too much.
Like I know he did. He kind of cashed in toward the end there. But I think his character is interesting, and Bruce Willis is a charming guy. But I don't know if I really. I think toward the end I was like, is he really giving it 100%?
Like I said, he's a desperate man as far as he's doing what I think he plays it really well in the sense of it's very clear he loves his wife. He wants to bring his wife back. He's been torn apart, but he obviously knows that what he's doing is really 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 fucked up. But he's just I love my wife. I just but not only that though,
it weird selfishness.
Yeah, but it is also the fact that and something else I didn't pick up on. I was not emotionally mature in high school. I think I haven't seen this movie since high school. Just the whole thing, and I didn't catch up on too. Is he pretty much did just replace droppers with his wife. You know what I mean? Just as far as it's that same addictive.
He's
I need her for me.
I'm gonna kill a minimum of 3 children to
yeah
to save this woman in the future.
Yeah, I think he even says in the diner scene he says something along the lines of we don't need to give her up.
Yeah.
Literally talking you don't need to give up the drops.
Yeah, pretty much.
The eye smack.
She's gonna save you. She's gonna help you, and it's well, who the fuck? You're a scumbag. Who gives a shit about you?
What's it called? And then we let's see. So yeah, we're Joseph Gordon-Levitt with the. But yeah, no. So when I watched this before, I didn't put together that it was the stripper who was the mom. I just thought that he was feeling bad because they're on hard times.
Yeah.
That's what I assumed in the past, but I wasn't paying attention. I didn't recognize the stripper woman without her makeup. But yeah, so Joe's friends, Seth comes to see him. But yeah, so we get this montage, and then we get
Bruce Willis comes back.
So Bruce Willis comes back in time, and it's a little bit of a shock at first because he doesn't have a bag on his head. He's not tied up.
This is halfway through the movie, by the way.
Yeah,
this is a good at least a third into the movie.
It's the start of the second act for sure. Bruce Willis coming in.
There's a lot of time with no Bruce Willis in this movie, and honestly, even once he's here, he's not really. It's way more of a Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie.
They kind of cut back to him once in a while. It becomes the Joseph Gordon-Levitt Emily Blunt hour,
which makes it that much funnier that he had to have all that fucking makeup and prosthetic on for the whole movie for a guy who's in it so much less than him.
Yeah. But what's it called? So Bruce Willis comes back. He knocks out Joseph. He throws some gold at him, knocks him out in a quick little. I always like the little thing. He turns around to shoot the gold, and then he throws the gold out. I thought it was a good little fight scene
beforehand.
Yep, he leaves in Joseph Gordon-Levitt's hop a train, leave town, and then we get a little scene where Joseph Gordon-Levitt goes back to his apartment. He's looking for Bruce Willis, and then he has a little encounter with the Gap Man. He falls out the window. And then we get a flashback, and then this sequence, we get a sequence that's basically Bruce Willis's perspective. So it's the exact same setup of him waiting for his loop to show up, and then the loop shows up, he shoots it, and then it's Bruce Willis.
This took me a second to understand what the hell is going on.
Yeah,
we're dealing with time travel, so I'm like, what? So this is this is another world. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, this is the timeline that Bruce Willis is from, where he successfully killed his loop, and then we see a montage basically of over the years of Joseph Gordon-Levitt eventually turning into Bruce Willis. We see him; he moves to Shanghai,
spends all his
partying
money in really fast, 5 years later or something.
Within 5 years, he spends his payday, and then he becomes a criminal, a big bad criminal for a while. When he's at the halfway transformation point, and he turns to look at the camera, and he's got this his hairline it's Bruce Willis with
he's
fucking
got the black hair,
the jet black hair, and the big flapped over, and he's balding. He's only balding on one side.
It looks really weird. Yeah, it's the most uncanny shot in the movie.
It's a weird, goofy look. It's you could have made it more.
That was his awkward, between stage.
For real.
Actors.
I mean, aside from that, though, as far as if you're going to, you have to do it this way as far as like you have to hire 2 different actors. I think like they
would just de-age him.
They would de-age him. I prefer this to like de-age
I do
him.
too. At least this is interesting. Like it's uncanny and it's weird, but it's cool in a way.
Yeah. And like I said, I think a lot of it just comes from the like if Joseph Gordon-Levitt wasn't as like as known of an actor, like I think if I didn't know going in, I would just think, oh, he's ugly.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't necessarily think makeup
guy.
right away. Yeah. I actually, there's an interview, I think it's in the special features somewhere, with Emily Blunt. She talks about her first day on set, and she's like waiting to meet Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and like they're about to film a scene. She's like, "Wait, I thought Joseph Gordon-Levitt," and then she's like, "Oh, wait, that's him. He's in the makeup."
That's so weird. It's like, is that a young Bruce Willis?
So what the hell? Did they actually go back in time? But I thought the transition was done okay. That weird in between. So he's a criminal for a while, and then at one point he's at like a fucking James Bond nightclub. This is all in this montage. He meets his wife, who flips on, and we don't really get how to put it. We don't see them get together, but it's like we get enough where it's like he's flirting with her, and then we get a time skip where they're together and they're living a peaceful life. They're in like a beautiful like.
She got him off the streets.
She got him off the streets. He sucked on drugs. He's in like a beautiful little country house.
He's done all this damage, and now he's living a beautiful, peaceful life with his wife.
He's living his beautiful, peaceful life. Well, really not thinking like, oh, I wonder when that 30-year mark is gonna hit. I want to say I love some of there's some really good cinematography in this montage. I think there's some like nice. Yeah. Like kind of like overcast, like there was a shot that reminded me a lot of Blade Runner, where like there's like a red sun over like a dystopian ass city. I'm like, ooh,
cannot wait.
Oh yeah, 2049. Yeah, we're gonna do both of them. But what's it called?
The
so we get this whole
show up and they're wearing these goofy ass hats, but it honestly I'm kind of into it. I think it looks pretty cool.
It's kind of a vibe. It's weird future. Like I like it. I think they kind of set it up a little bit in that when Jeff Daniels is talking about
fashion.
Like be new, wear fashion, wear like a rubberized, like do something.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt is dressed like Max Payne at the beginning of this movie. Like he looks so much like Max Payne. Like I was like, what does he look like? He just needed 2 pistols.
So how are we gonna do the Looper video?
Man, I don't even know.
Yeah, well, here's the thing though. You just have to have the mechanic of like the one being chased is you just have like the one being chased has a little picture-in-picture screen of like the other player. You just know exactly that's how it has to be. Like
that mechanic is like you don't remember what the younger version of you did until they did it, and
maybe there's like a little delay
changes your past. It doesn't make any sense because it's like, are you the past me, or is there some other different version of the past me, or is it just both of us the same?
It'd be cool actually as a mechanic where like if there was a delay, because he does say like after you've done it. I've noted it's not like an instantaneous thing. Like, what if there was like a 10-second delay on like you have a little picture-in-picture, you see what your loop your person was doing 10 seconds ago.
You see like a screenshot from 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, you get like a flash or something, or like you can like hit a button and like see, like that'd be cool.
Oh, shit, that's where I am. Yeah.
Yeah, but then there has to be some kind of way. Oh, and then maybe it's a thing where it's like if you are if you're the young one, maybe you can do things like maybe you can do things to try to fuck up. Like you destroy your body, like I'm gonna shoot my foot off, and then that like affects the.
This works so much better as a video game than Tenet ever would because
there's a way. No, this is possible.
Yeah, the rules for this it actually makes sense because it's literally just time flowing forward as normal. Like there's no predestination involved in this movie.
Yeah, the timeline moving backwards in Tenet really is the quantum physics breaking.
Yeah. It just doesn't work.
Element. I've been thinking about Tenet. I've been thinking about maybe doing a rewatch, mostly just for that. The score to Tenet is so good. Yeah. This movie also has like a pretty decent score. Like there's a weird balance. There's some like kind of like electronica stuff, and then there's some like nice orchestral. Like I like there's a pretty good like orchestral theme going on through this montage that I really enjoyed.
Yeah. For the no yeah I like the music. It's pretty good. So like, the entirety of this movie until we get to the farm I was just trying to figure out what the premise of this movie is. Like, I'm like, so is it like?
Well, because at this point we don't know what Bruce Willis wants.
I thought it was gonna be Joseph Gordon-Levitt is hunting down Bruce Willis, and that's what Bruce.
And that's the whole movie.
I thought that's what it was gonna be. But it turns out it's way more complicated than that. Bruce Willis is hunting down the guy who killed his wife, or ordered his ordered him killed, and then his wife died in the process.
It's the Hitler baby.
Yeah.
It's the Hitler baby thing. Like, would you kill Hitler as a baby?
Yeah, he's like he's somewhere in this time. So, so it's almost like a sympathetic goal until you see that, like, oh shit, he's hunting down, like, these numbers that he has are
6-year-olds.
Yeah,
their birth. It's like a birth code for a hospital.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
So he's hunting down children. He's gonna kill kids, and then he does.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna pull the trigger, but he did.
No, he really does. Like, he not only does he love his wife, but it is that, like, obsession thing where it's like Joseph Gordon-Levitt even gives him the solution, which we're getting to, like, being like, yeah, just like show me a picture of your wife, and then, like, I'll just walk away, then she'll be safe. Which, truly, like, if he really cared about his wife living, he would do that.
Yep.
But and then not have to kill 3 kids.
It's a selfish thing that he's doing. But I thought it was going to be Bruce Willis comes back, Joseph Gordon-Levitt tries to kill him, and then at the end they team up and take down the thing
for something.
But that's
take down Jeff Daniels.
That classic Rian Johnson switcheroo.
That's the 90s version of this movie. That's the, as far as, like, our, you know what else is, like, what is this category of movie really? Because you know what else it's reminding me of a bit? The One. There's some The One.
There's some The One in here.
It's I think it's like this chasing yourself, like eventually like when you fight yourself, kind of deal something. There's some kind of any interdimensional time travel thing. If the 90s version of Looper, that's definitely the plot.
You could do just if instead of a thriller, you could do a crazy action movie, just JGL versus Bruce Willis, and like I know all your tricks because I'm you from 30 years in the future.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like,
you could do a dumber version of this movie that I think maybe I would have found more entertaining personally.
A movie that I've never seen that I think might actually be good for this show. Remember Gemini Man?
No, I didn't see it, but I know of it.
With Will Smith,
with fake Will Smith versus Will Smith. He's a younger clone. He's a young clone fighting my CGI self.
Exactly. I think that also that's the category, fighting yourself.
That was Ang Lee, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Ang Lee. For a second, I'm thinking, wait, was that After Earth? Like, no, that's M. Night Shyamalan. I've never seen After Earth either.
I'm good on that.
Can we do?
We can if you want. Yeah, Gemini Man, After Earth.
Earth, cursed double feature.
Yeah, bad Will Smith movie double feature, and then like Patreon exclusive Wild Wild West or something.
I think After Earth is the only M. Night Shyamalan movie I haven't seen.
Interesting.
So
yeah, I haven't seen. I haven't watched the Avatar movie either.
I've seen it. It's not good.
Yeah, that's why I haven't seen it.
I rewatched Trap recently, and that was a lot of fun.
I haven't seen Old. I haven't seen...
Old is good.
Knock
I like
at the
Old.
Cabin Door, or whatever it's called.
Knock at the Cabin was mid. I just found Knock at the Cabin boring. Yeah. Like, it didn't go... Shyamalan didn't go weird enough with that one.
You know my Shyamalan taste.
Yeah. Period. But back to the movie. So it's like, we get... that with Bruce Willis, and then we kind of get a little sequence where we see what happened to Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but from Bruce Willis' perspective, like, he follows him home, and he's like, "Kid, what are you doing?" And like he has a little run with the Gap Man, and then he drags Joseph Gordon-Levitt away again, and then when Joseph Gordon-Levitt wakes up, he what's it called? He leaves Bruce Willis a message. So you see, and this is kind of like yeah, but you see like the little scarring on his arm, like we did earlier with Future Paul Dano, and we don't see the whole message. We see BEA, and then he rips his shirt, and then he's like, "Oh," and then it's the name of the
Beatrice. Isn't that clever?
Beatrice.
It looks like it's saying "be at this location," but it's Beatrice.
I thought I was about to die horribly. But yeah,
my
so
nose is about to get cut off.
exactly. So basically, like, send him a message through the scarring to meet at this diner that Joseph Gordon-Levitt or that Joe, both of the because of the same character, go to, and we get this diner scene, which is pretty much the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
And I love this scene. I think this is a well acted, well written scene. And I think there's a lot of little clever. Whenever you do time travel things, like they do, like cute, like they order the exact same thing. There's something I noticed in this scene which I didn't realize before is that, like, Joseph Gordon-Levitt got nicked in the ear by a bullet in the earlier scene, and you see that
scar on his ear,
on Bruce Willis's ear. But what do you think about this scene?
I think it's really good. This is the scene where Bruce Willis tells the audience to stop thinking too hard about it.
Yeah.
And just
because Joseph Gordon-Levitt starts asking questions that you've probably been asking yourself.
But yeah, no, he seems kind of nuts. He seems really insane with grief, and like he's like very determined to find the person who did this, and he's like, I'm gonna kill anyone, including you. Like, just get the fuck out of my way,
including myself.
You, myself.
Well, he keeps telling him to like not to like skip town, hop on a train, beat it. And then there's a funny little bit I like when he speaks French at him.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, see, we're not. I know you have a gun between your legs."
Say a fetus saying to your Nazi balls. That's the first thing I thought of.
I really like when Bruce Willis starts talking shit to Joseph. Let's look at your fucking life. Yeah. You're a junkie. You're this, and it's him. The thing I like about this scene is that it really does. How do I put it? I think that this scene stands really strong for me because it does feel like the same character, just at different points in his life.
Because I think everyone can experience that, like looking back at your younger self and being like, "Oh, you fucking idiot."
Exactly, like I can imagine myself like talking to my high school self would be the exact same scene.
Like, shut up,
gun included.
No, you don't talk, I talk. Yeah.
You don't like. I feel like it makes sense. He's telling his younger self, "You don't fucking know nothing, you motherfucker," because you literally like I was literally sitting where you were sitting. And yeah, no, I think it's like it's well written, well acted.
I thought that there was going to be a lot more of that in this movie. I thought it was going to be like that dynamic was like a big selling point.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Like a buddy is, and like the whole time he's going to be like, "Oh, back in my day." Like, you might not want to do that. You're going to regret it. You're going to get a thing in your hip.
I think there's a lot you could have done with that, but I think it's interesting making him kind of the antagonist of the movie.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't expecting.
It's bold. Yeah, no, whatever complaints you could say about like where the movie goes from here, you don't see it coming.
Rian Johnson just defying your expectations for better or for worse.
Exactly. Rian Johnson, even when it doesn't work, all he cares about is like I don't want people to
see me coming.
I don't want people to see me coming. I want to catch him off in left field. I want every gun we have to fire on that man. Luke Skywalker is going to be a Force hologram. Fuck it.
I don't care. He's a projection. I don't know. They can do that.
You know what? I think that if Rian Johnson had a whole Star Wars trilogy to himself, he would have made something interesting.
I would have liked it. Yeah, I would have liked it more than the one we got.
Oh, 100%.
He probably would have fucking planned the ending from the beginning, like a normal fucking person does with a story.
Exactly. If Rian Johnson got to craft his own whole weird Star Wars trilogy that like talks about like weird philosophies in the Force and like more because like you could tell he wanted to get into that gray Jedi. He wanted to get into like all like the nitty gritty.
I honestly don't really blame Rian Johnson for that movie.
Oh no, 100%. And I think like how do I put it? I still argue.
I didn't even hate it when I saw it in the theater. I honestly had a good time.
Yeah, I had a good time, and I appreciated how bold it was at the time. That movie, I think, mainly suffers from the fact that like Episode 9 kind of negates everything. Yeah, it says,
"Well, that was stupid, wasn't it?" And that,
Well, fuck that.
Yeah, and it's
like
honestly, there's so much about that trilogy that feels so like weirdly amateurish. Like
there's a great video. Sorry, go ahead.
It's like it drives me insane that they didn't that they didn't have it planned out from the beginning. Like they had no plans, and it shows so bad. The fact that it's so obvious that they didn't have a plan is frustrating and insulting.
Yeah. What's it called? There's a good video essay somewhere online about the 7 through 9. It's called like the anti-trilogy, because that's what it is. Like it's like every subsequent film in that trilogy is an anti-sequel.
Yeah, they
like is
retcon
trying
the last one that came out.
Exactly. Like every movie in that it's such
They're all like hostile to each other.
And it sucks too, because you look at like, especially Force Awakens was such a great launch pad. I thought, like Force Awakens was they could have done anything after that point. Like they set up all the new characters well. They're really respectful to legacy. They took some. They killed Han Solo. You know, like fucking. This is a Star Wars podcast, by the way. Midnight movie. But
so speaking of, hate Star Wars.
But it makes sense to me why like Disney looked at this movie and thought, oh, we could do a Star Wars. He's got there's the old tech in there. He
did a Star Wars.
He did a Star Wars. But what's it called? He was supposed to have his own trilogy. I remember he was going to do. It was going to be about. Hold up, I'm remembering now. I'm remembering that. Remember like the little like Jedi kid, like the little like in episode 8. There's like the kids on Canto Bight. They're like the poor kids, and there's the one at the end that has the little resistance ring that was given to him by Rose Tico. This is pulling in all my.
You know the name, huh? That's crazy.
I've rewatched 7 and 8 a good amount, just because like in every.
God,
I come back.
Dude, but 9 sucks so bad. I can't even watch it.
I can't. 9 is terrible. 9 is the worst of those because it is literally like. How do I put it?
I don't even know what it's trying. It's like.
Well, I think it's because 8. The thing with 8, episode 8 is when like we're gonna take all the expectations you had coming out of episode 7, and we're just going to do something
entirely.
We're gonna take it in a different direction entirely. And episode 9 is
I'm sorry. We're gonna
exactly like it's just
like, can you
it's
commit
fucking
to any
It's like all of the bold ideas that we had in episode 8, all the interesting areas that we could go from there that movie did. We're just gonna like ignore all of that.
Subverting the subverting. So now nothing means anything. It bad.
Exactly. So now this is just all. Episode 9 is just a really shitty directed video sequel to episode 7.
I'm so disillusioned with Star Wars at this point, to be honest. I watched the Mandalorian. I didn't watch any of the other shows. I heard Andor was good.
I've tried to watch Andor many times, and I just can't. Yeah. You know what the thing with Andor? People talk about like, oh, but it's so politically relevant. It's so this. It's so that. It's so boring to me, and it's also just like Well, I get that it's relevant and stuff, and it like here's the thing: the show is making a commentary about modern politics and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, but like I don't know, it's not. That's kind of what Star Wars has always been.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
And other Star Wars properties have done that better. Also, Andor's just not fun to me. There isn't enough aliens in Andor. There aren't enough.
Thriller, isn't it? It's not really like an adventure series anymore.
Yeah, no, it's like fucking, I don't know, House of Cards or something.
Political thrillers, so I probably wouldn't like it either. I'd probably think it was boring.
I just found it boring. There's no alien character. There's barely any alien characters. There's also barely any droids. I just
it's
realized
mostly just politics, and I don't. Yeah, I don't even like it. I don't even like that when it's good. I don't like Game of Thrones. I don't like House of Cards. I find them both really boring.
Yeah, welcome to our Star Wars podcast. So yeah, the diner scene happens. The diner scene's good. They order the same things.
And the Hat Men show up. The Gat Men, the Hat Men.
The Gat Men. They're the Hat Men in the future. They're not the Hat Men yet.
They show up. It's I think it was a nice little moment when like Joseph Gordon-Levitt is like chasing Bruce Willis with the Gat Men.
Yeah.
And then when he gets away, he's like, "Ah, shit!" And then he starts running away. He
throws the gun.
Starts running away from.
And Kid Blue's like, "Hang on." Yeah. Kid Blue's like, "Hang on," and then Joseph Gordon-Levitt hops on his Star Wars hover bike.
Yeah. Because if he didn't, he just missed his opportunity to not get dismembered by these guys. So
exactly. So he's running away, and then he ends up on Emily Blunt. What's the character's name? I'm just gonna call her Emily Blunt, but I want Sarah.
Here's my biggest problem with the movie. Here we are, probably over halfway through the movie, and here we're going to introduce our two of the most major characters to the plot.
They're so important.
Yeah. Her
it,
introduction was good though. I liked the little moment when she's sitting on the porch and she like mimes.
And she pretends to smoke a cigarette.
Mimes smoking a cigarette. That's like that's a really good like character thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of good. I think like what's it called? I think that this plotline and these characters are well realized and well done and well thought out. It's just they're not shoehorned. It feels awkward.
The movie really hits the brakes at this point.
Yeah, there's a pacing issue for sure.
This is the Age of Ultron. Like we got to the barn. All right, this is where we're at the farm. This is at the budget cut farm where we don't spend as much money because we're just on a farm for like 20-30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. She hears Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in the field. She brings her, and she's like, I have shot and killed.
Yeah, she does like a 3 vagrants. Like, I will cut you in half.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. So she's it's nighttime. And it turns out it's like a homeless guy rolling through, and like Joseph Gordon-Levitt kind of protects her or whatever, like pushes the guy away or something.
He goes through withdrawals.
He has withdrawal on the porch, and while he's having withdrawal, we don't see his face yet, but we see like a little kid pop out and give him his little water bottle, his little sippy cup water bottle, because this Pierce Gaggin's fucking 6 years old in this movie.
Crazy.
Who plays Sid, and so it's this mother and son living in this farmhouse, and we don't know what the deal is yet. Like
so much time here. It's my least favorite part of the movie, to be honest.
Yeah, this little section where we're just hanging out on the farm.
The characters are like interesting enough, but we're so late in the movie that my interest in like learning and like getting to know new characters has diminished like greatly.
Yeah. It's especially because the movie was really upping the intensity as we were kind of going, and like the diner scene was a nice break, and then I feel like that should have led to like more kind of.
But I don't know how to fix it because like she comes into the movie precisely when they're like used to the plot, and like to introduce them in the first act wouldn't like I can't think of a way to make that like make sense and not feel like super hokey.
I have a solution. Okay. Maybe, or this might be hokey. Here's the thing. This is one of those movie convenience things, but it's like, just make this. I forget the stripper's name, the prostitute. Make her kid the rainmaker.
But that's the thing is like, is that too much of like a crazy coincidence?
Not for a movie.
Yeah, that's true. Sure. Yeah. I think it's just that like, I think making that change is like, do I sacrifice? Because it fucks the pacing really hard when we get to this farm. So I think it is worth that like weird corniness to just make them one character.
It's just the thing where it's like the Rainmaker and Sid ultimately what it does for the Looper section, or like what the importance is that the Rainmaker is the reason why Bruce Willis is doing. Right? Actually, the simpler version is kind of like all Bruce Willis is trying to do is survive.
Yeah.
Like he got like his loop was up and he got sent like so him the thing is like Bruce Willis has to have some kind of goal, because I think that like him just surviving is kind of boring.
Yeah.
And it doesn't I think that like the whole thing, I think that the Rainmaker and him like trying to save his wife and all that stuff I think is a really good motivation to like give this guy some perspective. But if you need to have something that he's doing. Maybe the Rainmaker's like, maybe it's more he's just trying to save his wife somehow. But by going after Jeff, actually make it so that like Jeff Daniels.
Yeah.
Jeff Daniels killed my wife in the future, or whatever.
And so they sent him back to get him, because they had him
kill him.
Because they had him dead to rights, so they sent him back.
Yeah, man. But he's gonna go kill Jeff Daniels. That way, his wife doesn't.
Yeah, that's perfect. Then you'd have more Jeff Daniels in the movie. You'd have, you know.
And that's Looper 1997.
I think I would like that more, though. I think having him go and kill kids, I think it weirds up the. I don't know.
Who's playing who in 90s Looper? It's no, it's definitely Keanu. Wait,
yeah,
Keanu Reeves.
I don't know why I thought Jim Carrey. It's like young Looper for some reason. I don't know.
Hey, my blunderbuss.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that's my preferred casting. I'm gonna stick to it.
Jim Carrey. I was gonna say I think Keanu Reeves is my thing because as far as like you need a action sci-fi guy.
It would absolutely be Keanu. There's no one else it could be.
Oh, and there'd be kung fu all over the place.
It'd be slow motion.
They'd be slow mo. They'd be kung fu fighting, shitty CGI. Oh man, fucking Evanescence
like
soundtrack.
Pierce Brosnan is old, is old Keanu.
That's not bad. Well, he's like doing James Bond and stuff in the 90s at that point. Who was old tall lanky man in the 90s? Oh god,
man, I don't know. The president
what's
from
his name?
Independence Day, Bill Paxton,
Bill Pullman. Maybe you put him in old man makeup. Actually, no. It's okay. Wait, no. It's Keanu and then Keanu in old man makeup.
That's the '90s version, 100%. And then they like do awkward like compositing the two of them together in the same scene, like with like
Roland Emmerich's
lockdown
Looper.
camera. Yeah.
Coming to theaters near you.
I have to kill the Rainmaker.
The Rainmaker, and then in the trailer, the Rainmaker, and then it'd be like a cut to like a thunderstorm. The Rainmaker.
Man, that's why Bruce Willis wants to kill the Rainmaker because water is his weakness.
Water is his weakness, like an unbreak. M. Night Shyamalan's Looper.
Yeah, no, he would be the one to direct it. Yeah.
That would happen. Well, he would still have Sid in there and shit.
Kira.
He'd still have magic. But the point is, so we have Sid here. This Emily Blunt and Sid live on this farm. Emily Blunt and her son, and we don't really know their story yet. And we like I said, there's kind of just
the movie kind of is cruising at this point. Like
we meander between some scenes of them hanging out on the farm, Bruce Willis killing a kid. We cut back to Jeff Daniels and Kid Blue a little bit, and I
feel like this movie could have so much more momentum at this point.
Yeah, no, we kind of start to get like a bit jumbly. I feel like
because it doesn't every scene with Bruce Willis like hunting down children doesn't really feel like it has any like actual like tension to it. Like because people are like out to like find him, but like he's just kind of walking around like. I feel like he just needs people constantly on his tail, including Joe needs to be on his tail. Joe posting up at this farm just fucking kills it for me, I think.
Yeah. I think that if in the 90s version of Looper, I think that they would explicitly state, that my fan theory, that Kid Blue is past Jeff Daniels. Have that be like really known early on. And then you can use that for your kind of like time travel drama. You could do some like comparisons between like the young versions of themselves fighting and then the old. Like they have like they have like a larger relation. Yeah, they have a larger relationship. The young versions of themselves are fighting, and then the old versions of themselves are like 30 years ago, today, yesterday.
You could do a lot of really cool stuff with that. It just it feels like the momentum is gone.
Yeah. But yeah, so we get that, and then the most important thing that happens that we learn, we learn at first they make Sid intriguing before we find out that he's an Akira. Like you see that he's like an unusually smart kid. Like he makes the little frog beeper things, which that is also another potential prop.
Me that Phillips.
Pass me that Phillips head. Yeah. Like signal's not strong enough. How do we fix it? Bigger battery. And he's just this is like a little master engineer. There's a part where like the toy goes off and he stops and he looks up at his mom and he's all like, and this kid's intense.
That's not my mom.
He talks about that's not my mom. My mom died. I wasn't strong enough. Like I said, it's a really weird, uncanny thing because this kid is so young. Yeah. He's 6 years old, but like you see the demon behind his eyes. Like you see the Dark Phoenix for sure.
It's literally the same thing.
Yeah, like I think as far as like this younger performance, I think, and that's to me that's what I think like keeps this whole section, this whole plot line from being. I think it's a well done plot line. I think it's executed very well. But yeah, it just does feel kind of out of place. But basically. We get that little thing. we get what's one of the Gat men shows up to the farm.
Dad from Raising
and
Hope,
is like,
if anyone's seen that show. It's that
that
actor shows up in so much random shit. He's in The Road. I remember.
I was trying to figure out what I've seen him in other shit. What's that character's name? Jesse?
Yeah.
It is Jesse.
Yeah, Garrett Dillahunt. He's good. He's a character actor. He's good in a lot of stuff.
What do I know him from? Because
he's in Fear the Walking Dead, The Mindy Project.
Oh, maybe
Burn Notice.
Maybe from No Country for Old Men's. What I know him was like what I'm immediately thinking.
I don't remember him in that.
I watched
movie.
that recently.
I've seen it a few times. That's crazy. Yeah, no, he's in a bunch of stuff as just like he's a good character actor. I like him.
Yeah.
He's in a bunch of
stuff.
He's in The Road in a really scary scene.
Yeah. But he's kind of investigating the house. He shows up the first time, doesn't find Joe, and then we get Emily Blunt clicking her ribbit or like summoning him for with the frog. Because they have to have
sex for the movie.
You know what? I will say this as far as like this something that I think is I think she just, how do I put it? That scene where but leading up to it, like you see her, like she's in bed, like she almost got killed by Jesse. She's like kind of just thinking. You see her like pull up her skirt,
yeah.
like looking at the frog. I did not view this as like a romance. Yeah. I think she's like tension needed to.
Steam. Yeah.
Exactly. She's like she probably ain't fucked in a while. She ain't lived in the city in a while, and also tensions are high. They're almost getting it's a life threatening. Yeah. I read it very much as like, okay, this is just like a to blow the tension a little bit.
Ugly dude.
Yeah, gonna fuck this ugly man with his rubber face. And then but here's the thing though, I think that also I do think like we don't actually see the sex, which is what we see the right before and the right after in this R-rated movie. And I think that the post sex scene where like they're just chatting, I think is a good scene for Emily Blunt because she kind of explains her backstory, how she was a city girl, lived in the city. Oh, what's another thing? Do you have a theory as to like what she did or like because she knows about loopers?
Yeah, I imagine she's like kind of. I mean, because everyone's kind of somewhat involved in like some scummy shit in the city. It was kind of my like everyone's shooting each other. Like it's fucking Night City essentially. Like there's just you're either involved in some kind of organized crime or you're a victim of it.
Yeah, everybody's got some dirt on them. So yeah, she knows about. So she tells her backstory, and then we also see that she's really good with her TK. So like, because earlier in the movie, you know, like she's levitating her character's in the 10%. She's levitating a lighter like on. He's like, you're pretty good at that.
That thing's really swinging around on a string, huh?
Just like wow, like I want, like, period. But you know, and it's a little bit of a hint as far as like, oh, like. So yeah, I guess it's just their bloodline is just strong with the midichlorians.
They got a lot of midichlorians, and at this point, I'm just like, all right, where's this telekinesis thing going? Because like they just keep bringing it up as like a party trick people do.
They super point it out here, and it's funny too because I do remember I don't remember the exact details of when I first saw this movie, but I do remember the first time that the Akira reveal happened. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like it I was like, "What the hell?" Like it took me off guard.
Cool.
What
Joseph Gordon-Levitt he's here. Joe is here because he knows Bruce Willis is going to come here because he's Why don't Emily Blunt and her kid just fucking skip town for like a weekend, and he just sits here and waits for him to show up?
That's a good question.
Why do they have to be there the whole time? That's what I was wondering. There's like, what are we doing? Like, why? Like, I understand why he's there. Why are they still there if they know that this guy's gonna come to kill your kid?
The only thing I can think is that maybe, she just doesn't want to leave. Like she just wants to. No, I'm going to defend my fucking house.
Here's another point. That's a good point. It could be the case. If so, she's really stupid because she cares more about this kid, and she also doesn't really like it out here. Apparently.
Well, she's there for him. because she's like, I want him to like have like grow up in a nice home and like
maybe it's because he's such a risk on the road because
be a good Akira. Oh, that's possible. Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
She's got the safe she can hide in here.
That's yeah, exactly. She has her escape room safe. That's another thing that Logan. That's kind of a Logan thing, where like he didn't want to move around Professor X because what if he has a super seizure?
There's a lot of parallels I drew just thematically, but
also the visuals, like the style, like the production design of it.
And here's another point: if
James Mangold, Looper.
if like Bruce Willis can see Joe, like what Joe's memories are, right? Like as they're happening. Why doesn't he immediately know where he is and the fact that...
Well, they do say that in the movie that so before Joseph Gordon-Levitt finds out that Sid's the Rainmaker, he says he's gonna come to here last because he's gonna want to put off fighting me till last. Like, he does say like he's gonna go after. Yeah, he does know that he's there. He's like he's gonna put it off like till the last minute because he's because like as far as like the other two kids don't have his past self protecting him, but then immediately though, like after he finds out, after young Joe finds out that Sid's the Rainmaker, immediately he's like, yep, okay, Bruce Willis knows he's the Rainmaker, he's gonna be coming right here type deal. So what's it called? So yeah, we get the sex scene, and then we get that Rainmaker scene, which we talked a little bit about earlier. Sid falls down the stairs. We get like a slow-mo thing of he's charging.
House.
He blows up the fucking living room, and explodes. I like that we only see a little bit of his chest starting to explode, and then we kind of fill in the gaps ourselves. And then Sid comes out and he's just covered in blood and viscera.
Does him being like an Akira, does that need to be in the movie?
What do you mean?
Like he just grows up to be like a big bad crime boss, doesn't he?
Well, they do say in the movie when he's talking in the diner scene, he says something along the lines of like Bruce Willis drops a few more information tidbits about the Rainmaker. Like they say that like he took over the major syndicates by himself, like, and not with an army, just himself. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt's like, well, how does he do that? They require an army. And Bruce Willis is like, I don't know. They said he just did it by himself. Yeah. I mean, because he's an Akira, that's what allows him to like, he's powerful enough. Like, he'll just like, I'll just explode the head. Like in the future,
it's
like,
just, I feel like him being like a super villain in the future, that could be more than just like he's the head of a crime syndicate or something. Like he blows up Times Square or some shit like that. I don't know.
He pulls
like
an X-Men 3
if he's powerful enough to like explode people with his mind, I feel like there's like a disconnect in my head between that and being a guy who ordered Bruce Willis dead and didn't just fucking explode him from his house.
Exactly. Well, I think that he's specifically forcing him to close all the loops because I think he's trying what's it called? Well, I guess he might not. I think he's doing it just because he wants to know that he wants to kill Bruce Willis, like, but he doesn't. I think he doesn't know which Looper, like future Sid, does not. All he knows is that this guy that was responsible for the death of my mom was a Looper,
right?
And like he might not necessarily know like where.
Because we see that flash of the timeline with him sitting on the train.
Exactly, and because I think it's because they're that, which in and of itself is like kind of but then again, wait, hold up. This time travel shit messes with your head.
After you've watched it.
They say that like he has a synthetic jaw, which is a reference to like him getting like great. He got shot in the face, but that's because Bruce Willis went back in time. So that means that there's a timeline.
This is the part that I don't. This is the continuity doesn't make any sense. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
it's like you're in one timeline, so everything that will have happened should have already happened in the future. This is just this is the problem because you start talking about time travel and you end up saying sentences like what I just said.
Yeah, it is a thing where it's like it's why. Yeah, it's why that this part just there isn't enough time to make it make sense.
And there's the emotional stakes are just like I'm not feeling anything particularly strong because I only met these characters like halfway through the movie, and like they're apparently the main like emotional core to this story. It's weird. I think it's a weird decision to introduce these characters so late. I think it really handicaps it, and I think it falls apart by us sticking at the farm for so long. I think those are my two major critiques. That if those were different, I think the movie would be better.
Yeah, and then we kind of get this final showdown with reverse Terminator 2. They
established that the Gats can shoot long range and the blunderbusses can shoot short range earlier in the movie. So
so we get. Oh, I forgot to mention there was cool. I like the scene where Bruce Willis kills all the gangsters.
Yeah, that's a cool scene.
It's pretty cool. He's got
two P90s and just mows them down.
Yep. Just goes full asshole on him. And then I like when he shows up to Scrum Levy, he's like, "You're safe now. No one's coming after you. I fixed it." We get this final confrontation. They're out in the fields. Sid goes. He's going full Sith Lord mode. I think a lot of it is just because I think that there's some cool action VFX. Yeah, it's just so weird because it's like, oh yeah, it's an Akira. I know we've been saying that the whole time, but just as far as he goes into the, he's real scary, and then Emily Blunt does sun's getting real low, and hey big guy, come on Sid, it's okay, Mama loves you type deal, and then calms him down, and then we get I guess it bothers me. I think it's just a thing where it's so Joseph Gordon-Levitt shoots himself in the chest, and Bruce Willis vanishes, and that's the solution. And he does a selfless act. In an obvious way, it is cheapened by the fact that we've had this narration by Joseph Gordon-Levitt intermittently throughout the movie, and him shooting himself in the chest is this is not a he is not in the future recounting this somewhere. It's his internal monologue, and it's okay, that's one thing, but then also just in the way that it doesn't make sense because doesn't that mean that none of this would have happened?
It's exactly the problem. If the injuring yourself to cause a scar to show up instantaneously on the other person works, then this also has to work.
Yeah,
but I don't think either should work.
Yeah, I think it's a thing with the rivers. Maybe it's the big river joins the little river if you kill yourself. Man,
grandfather paradox just doesn't exist in this world.
Yep. And then Sid is hopefully raised right.
Sure.
And hopefully he doesn't become an evil Akira in the future.
Don't know. Never got a sequel.
Yeah, but that's Looper. Never got a sequel. Were there ever plans for a Looper 2?
It's crazy because it's an action thriller, sci-fi thriller that was pretty successful. It was people liked it critically. 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Things that get sequels and things that don't get sequels, man. It's maddening.
There's got to be a reason. Hold up.
Why is there a Megan 2? Fucking kill me.
Why is there a Mithrigan 2.0? Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. I'm trying to find. Yeah, why did they? Maybe Ryan Johnson just never wanted to.
Oh,
well,
I'm not saying there should have been a sequel. I'm saying it's weird that there wasn't.
Look at here. Other influences cited by Ryan.
Akira, no kidding. A Child's Dream, 12 Monkeys. Haven't seen 12 Monkeys. Have you seen 12 Monkeys?
I have not. Another Bruce Willis time travel
movie.
That's
a movie that I need to see.
We'll do an episode on Arrow Video.
I've got a couple recommendations that I want to make.
Rock and roll. We'll go through them. That's the end of Looper, and like we've been saying, it is a fun time. The movie I think is still good even when it hits that halt. I still think that after that midpoint, it becomes just a much slower pace with some good moments sprinkled in there. The performances are good. It definitely is a case where the setup is super strong. The first half is insanely
Yes.
strong. I think.
I just wish the second half was as good as the first half. I think that's the essence of my review.
Yeah, I think that's also a big. I think that's also a big element of what why this movie hasn't kind of like stood the test of time as well as it has, as far as like 2012. I think we're in a lot more of a. Was it like, how do I put it? This is not a movie I think a lot of people like rewatch.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it's a movie that people look back and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that and I liked it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it doesn't.
I think
it doesn't have rewatchability, that much rewatchability.
Yeah, I think personally, if I were to, before I'd see this, I'd rewatch The Creator before I'd rewatch this. I'd just go to like Blade Runner and
I'd rewatch the one before I'm more likely to rewatch the one. I'm way more likely to rewatch Tenet.
Watch Tenet. There's a lot of movies I'd watch before this.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's.
Tenet stays insane.
Yeah. Tenet is consistent throughout. That is a quality of Tenet is very consistent.
Tenet
consistently
is
confusing.
Same way front and same way forwards. Yep. There's no point where you're not like, what? That was so cool, but
what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, and even then, Tenet also I think Tenet also does a good job at ramping up the actual the last third of the war, the reverse time war, where they're reverse blowing up buildings and shit. You're just like, oh man, this is so cool, but it's so stupid.
Plus, I just love the way that Nolan's movies feel. I love that big, smooth feeling to him. I don't know how else to put it.
He's very well. I think a lot of it comes down to his cinematography, his production.
So slick.
I mean, also so slick. Also, he has the money to do so.
It's the IMAX.
Second. Yeah, I also think that Christopher Nolan is inspired by way more. What's it called? The movies that he's taking a lot more inspiration from are wider in scope. One second, I want to look up the budget of Tenet real quick.
And a lot of people have already.
What the fuck?
Holy shit! Really?
Wow,
guys, I want you to I want you to picture in your head what you imagine the budget for Tenet was, considering the budget for Looper was $30 million. What do you think the budget for Tenet might be? Wrong, $205 million.
That's so
it's got a Marvel
crazy.
movie budget. What the fuck?
That is insane. But hey, it's because it's Christopher Nolan, because they'll give Christopher Nolan the money.
It made over $100 million over budget back. So
yeah, but that's still not crushing it.
It's got to at least double.
Especially, I mean, damn, for coming out in 2020, for coming out during COVID, that's pretty. I wonder if that's including the physical media sales, because something with Christopher Nolan movies that is above Christopher Nolan movies make money in the Blu-ray market.
Oh yeah,
his sycophants are buying the 4Ks.
Oh yeah.
I'm one of them. Well, not actually, maybe just not Oppenheimer. Like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of Oppenheimer, but I love me some Tenet.
So I haven't seen it.
But yeah, no. So
at this rate.
So yeah, Looper. Yeah, definitely check it out. It's fun. It's definitely I think it's good. As far as I think something that's fun about it, you can watch it and go oh man, this reminded me of a bunch of other movies that I want.
Yeah.
Watching this did make me go man, made me excited for our Blade Runner.
Man, yeah, exactly. Me too. And I was like, man, I should rewatch Logan. Logan was good.
I should rewatch Logan, or it made me maybe I should re-download Cyberpunk.
Yeah, exactly that too. Yeah.
Get back into it. But yeah, no, that was Looper. Props time. I think there's some good props to be chosen from here.
There's quite a few. I'm gonna take the basic picture option that everyone probably already expected me to. I want the blunderbuss.
You want the blunderbuss?
Yeah, I think it's cool. I like the wrapped handle. I like how.
Yeah, the shape of it. It's cool. Fun.
I think it's a cool. I think it's the most iconic thing in the movie.
I like the look of the gold and silver bars. I was thinking about that potentially.
Yeah, those are cool.
The steak and eggs they had in the diner looked good.
The rocket bike.
But,
the pistols are just pistols, so I don't.
Yeah, the pistols are just oversized pistols.
All the cars are just 2012 cars with solar panels and tubes on them.
We didn't talk about how the time machine was just a fucking thrown together looking piece of shit.
Yeah, it's just a pod, and it looks really uncomfortable to get inside.
It's like a little microwave pod thing. I'm trying to think of maybe something in the future that that was cool that I can think about. Maybe. Oh wait, no. One. Jeff Daniels has like a blue robe when we first meet him. Like he's got like a chill, like nice looking silk blue robe.
I always go for the gun, and you always go for some cool article of clothing.
Clothes. Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. Jeff Daniels' robe is definitely up there. I'm trying to think if there's. Ooh, the little frog clickers actually.
Sweet.
The little frog clickers.
Those are cool.
And I want them to be functional.
Actual radio clickers.
Actually, little pager guys. Yeah.
You could probably just make those.
Make the little frog clickers. Exactly. That's why I want them. Choosing the little frog clickers
Hell
or the thing. Yep. So yeah, no, folks. This was Midnight Movie Gang. Thank you for hanging out with us. I'm glad we got to do. I just wanted to do a simple one movie episode. Take a little break from horror. October was horror filled. Yeah, fucking horror up the
yeah, got a little. Honestly, like I had never seen Evil Dead 2, or X. Have you seen X?
I have seen
X. What do you
X.
think of X?
X is cool. Pearl's the best of that.
Okay.
Of those movies.
Pearl's
incredible.
I've been staring down that trilogy for like, and I watched X and at the end of October. And I just I think it was just because I was so horrored out, but I just had a bad time the whole time. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm so like.
X is the worst of those three. It's,
okay, that's what I was hoping to hear because I do want to watch the other two. You will
love Pearl.
Okay.
I accuse you because I'm not a huge fan of X, but I love Pearl.
X just felt like up its own ass the whole time.
I think you're gonna enjoy.
And then
Pearl.
I was half asleep when I put
different.
on Evil Dead 2, and I was just like, what is even, like, I'd never seen Evil Dead 2. I've seen Evil Dead 1. I put on Evil Dead 2, and I was like, what? Like, so we get 6 minutes of plot, and then we just go into just crazy nonsense, like
insane.
Looney Tunes happening. I think I was just, I think I've watched too many horror movies this last month to give it a fair shake, to be honest.
It's a thing where it's like, yeah, I was a little bit horrored out too, so I've been hopping into the sci-fi realms. Like I said, I was saying the other day, I was rewatching The Matrix. I wanted to rewatch the original Matrix, and it's insane to watch now, just in terms of like how honestly culturally relevant all the themes that they're talking about in here, just like everything. It's like I'm seeing in a totally different way. I'm actually gonna try to rewatch the sequel too.
Yeah, I've been playing nothing but horror games all month, and now I'm playing LA Noire. And I'm having a really, really good time because like it's kind of like what you were talking about earlier. It's like now that I've seen so many more movies that like this is clearly like drawing from, I can appreciate it so much more.
Yeah, no, that's something that I find a lot of fun about going back and watching movies like Looper, and like because there are a lot of movies like Looper that I look back on that I enjoyed when I was a kid, and I was like, oh, like this is taking from all these like other stuff that now I've seen. I think about that with it wasn't a movie I watched a lot when I was like or something like It Follows. Yeah. Whereas like after like I've been wondering after I finish all the Halloween movies, I want to rewatch It Follows because there's like a lot of there is a lot of like cinematic techniques they use in It Follows that they very clearly pull from like a lot of like Carpenter-esque like early slasher kind of like visual language that now that I'm like way more familiar with them, I want to go back and watch. And of course, always down. I think I might be time for me to do it in a Violent Nature soon.
Yes.
But I think I want to do a watch party for that. It's gonna have to be like the right kind of like we all need to be really high.
That movie's great. That movie's a great watch in small doses.
Yeah. It's also such if we had a Halloween party, it would have had it on in the background too. It's a great actually
movie.
my buddy Mitch invited me to a Halloween party, and he had two little CRT TVs. Like the apartment was dressed up real nice, but there were two in the living room. There was a CRT TV playing Scream, and in the kitchen there was a CRT TV playing Scary Movie. Imagine put like In a Violent Nature and like Friday the 13th Part 4 as the same kind of thing where like you look over, that'd be so sick. Plus like In a Violent Nature is a perfect VHS
absolutely
as well. What was I talking about? But yeah, no, folks, thank you so much for listening. Stay tuned for our next episode. We're going to be talking Predator Badlands.
Yep. Guaranteed.
We
got to complete the set.
You know what's great about something with Predator Badlands? I think I'm more excited to talk about it with you after than the movie itself.
Just seeing it. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Yeah.
And it's also a thing where it's like, which makes me feel so good because, like, man, even if like I don't like the movie,
still gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time talking about like what I don't like about the movie. Man, what's your okay? So now that we're at the point, are we gonna see a xenomorph, bro?
It's either in a post-credit stinger,
a stinger,
maybe like in like some kind of fake out. I don't. It's because if this was an Alien versus Predator movie, it'd be called that. So
yeah. Oh no, they're not gonna pull over. It'd be like, but actually, it's AVP. No, it's. I think when we see AVP 3, we're gonna know it's AVP 3.
Wouldn't it be fucking sick if they were keeping it a secret? I think it would. I think it would. If they just showed up and they do something actually cool with it,
or like they bill it as it'd be tough because if you bill it as, like, say in the future we get like, let's say so we're getting the Alien Romulus sequel at some point, right? Like it's already been greenlit, and Alien Romulus 2, I don't know if it's a follow-up to Alien Romulus with Rain and Andy is happening. If let's say they market that, they don't say that, they don't show Predator at all, and then we go see it, holy shit, it's actually Alien vs Predator 3. I feel that would be
like exactly.
Like fucking Andy hops off the ship and they're on Predator World.
So much you can do. Like I'm picturing like what I would think is actually cool is like
Andy learns how to speak.
Like the Predator, like the new one, whatever his new name is, the protagonist Predator in the new movie.
In Badlands, his name is Deck. D-E-K.
He finds himself like in some kind of like isolated. It builds up as like kind of a spooky horror thing, but there's like no indication, and then kind of you just silently. You see the Predator you see like a xenomorph kind of like drop down behind him, like it out of focus. Like, is that really what it was? That would make me lose my mind. I think that would be actually really cool. I don't think anything like that's going to happen. I think it's probably just going to be a post credits thing.
Maybe. I mean, it's just a thing where it's like, Weyland-Yutani is going to be all over that piece.
Yeah, that's the thing that makes me wonder if they're going to do it and they're just keeping it a secret.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know. I think a post-credit scene. I think it will definitely. We are going to I think they are going to entice us for. You know what would suck the most? What would really make me mad the most? If they made AVP 3 like something like Predator Kill, like a direct to video, like direct to Hulu animated thing.
That is the worst timeline that you're describing.
Yeah. It's gonna be a live action movie though, 100%.
So.
It's gonna be gangbusters, especially just for the sake of like. Alien.
We know how to make good movies now, so
those franchises are in good spots. Like Romulus,
for
Prey,
the longest
and Killer,
time there wasn't a single good Alien or Predator movie, but now we have both.
Yeah, no, Romulus, Prey, and Killers are all fucking solid. So it's
I really like Romulus.
And then I don't want to. Do you care about knowing what the general? Because I've been listening to some reviews of Badlands. Do you want to know what the general public is saying, or do you want to be? I want to go in completely blind. Okay, I'm going to shut up then. So folks, stay tuned for that. Predator Killers. Go listen to our Predator Killers episode. Predator. No, the Killers episode already is.
Go back and listen to it.
Go back and listen to that one. But Predator Badlands.
It's like Looper. It's the future, but it's the past.
It's the future, but it's the past again. Predator Badlands is coming. Stay tuned for that. And then after that, we're going to talk Blade Runner, and then who knows? After that, something. Maybe something Christmassy. Maybe I don't know.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
We should do some kind of Christmas episode. But yeah, folks, it's 9:43 p.m. Night Movie Gang. Thank you so much for listening again. Good night. Goodbye.
So, here we go. With child expectations and complexes which the police are searching for James Thomas, believed to be the lover of Miss Williams, and her partner is the horror of them, please grant everybody that I'm here to hold on. Oh, please tell me where they've gone. Please tell me. Sorry, I don't know. How long is it? How long could I got in here? 3 tickets to Albany on 6 o'clock train tonight. What do you think? Special agent.